welcome back to another deck experiment. This one is one of the novelties that came with the Ashes of Outland expansion. It's a Token Druid, and the specialty of it is that it runs almost exclusively spells. We have Kael'thas in as sort of a higher role-ish potential. We have a lot of spells that either are cheap or can be reduced to zero cost with certain qualifiers. So we're going to try to cheat some stuff out.
One of the bigger ones because it can both be free and draw you more cards in kind of like the Miracle Rogue Auctioneer sort of a fashion where you just keep drawing cards, you keep playing cards, sort of an idea.
Right.
And of course, Anubis
and you got Ironbark, you got Bog Beam, you got the new Anubis set, which is going to cost zero in most cases. So Glowfly Swarm is sort of the catalyst that made this whole thing happen. It came with the newest expansion. It's like Whispering Woods, if anyone remembers that, but it's just much better in the pure spell deck. So we'll try to make some miracles happen on the ladder of playing at a very high diamond ranks. So stiff competition, but we'll put it to the test and see what we can do. All right, this is awkward.
Why? Because we're fighting our brother?
Yeah, because the brother. Let's see what we can hold the candle to the brother. Let's kick everything, I think.
Force Nature Aeroponics is a nice combo, but only on turn 5.
Interesting enough, in the old one, that's not great. In the old Token Druid and the Zen of Dragons, Force of Nature was the single highest win rate on the mulligan, because it would be the perfect card to enable everything, even if you don't play it early, or you can't play it early.
Yeah, but we don't have Garden Gnomes, so then it would help us on 4 already. It looks like we might actually Wrath to kill the Battlefiend next turn.
Yes, it was something that if you knew about it, it was a huge advantage. Wow, okay, this is, of course, already...
Whoa! So that happened.
Boy.
Have I ever mentioned that Frenzied Felway is actually a pretty underrated card?
This game's probably over.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Let's just resign it. Let's not waste time because we'll play it again. That was just a test run. That was stupid.
Dude, Frenzied Fellwing, it was underrated for a long while, but it's actually really good.
I mean, it was played in the Dragon Face Hunter for the most part.
Yeah, I mean, it should have been played in any Face Hunter, really, because you do so much damage anyways.
Yeah. We get Kael'thas in the starting hand. We're not going to play him, though. Or we're not going to keep him, rather. I think it's too slow against Demon Hunter. We have to kick off everything here. Hope to get some early game potential.
Yeah, the one sort of problem I see with this deck is that it's kind of hard to get early game stuff because you're missing a lot of the cheap stuff that you would run in other Token Druids.
I would probably get to a situation that you love to preach about all the time.
Oh, where you can easily play Power of the Wild on 2.
Yeah, how you sometimes you just have to wake the Panther in you. You just have to play 3-2. Bluff and Raptor on 2 and then not look back.
We all agree that generally you want to use Power of the Wild as a buff, but hey, a 2-mana 3-2 isn't bad.
Basically, the question you have to ask yourself is, does this deck beat Demon Hunter in the long run? And does Power of the Wild make the difference in that? The answers are yes and no. So, might as well invest this resource into the early game. Because we'll win the late game no matter what if we get there. That's the point of what we have to do, however.
Assuming it isn't Highlander and he just happens to Dragon Queen on 9, but yeah.
Yeah, that would be unfortunate, but generally that's less likely. Alright, it's 0 power maybe. Kill 2 things. Have to basically keep damage off our face. That's the whole thing. We like to draw the Snowfly Swarm or the Glowfly Swarm early on. That would be great. Overgrowth is fantastic, of course.
Yeah. So if we draw Kael'thas somewhat soon, there might actually be some great turns there as well because we have 2 free spells already.
Overgrowth is great.
Overgrowth is awesome.
Great. It is not Highlander, by the way. That is not confirmed. and we are basically already in range for overflow, which is
So it's
also
very
like
likely.
Manifestation.
It's very likely tempo. OTK is a little niche, and also doesn't exactly run those cards necessarily. Although Sigil Runner is great in there, but Umberwing less so. And there's Kael'thas. Do we want to overflow?
Let's do it. Let's play Cal. Let's make it happen.
Kael'thas,
Bog Beam, Innervate.
Bog Beam, Innervate, Overflow. Free Anubisath. Wait, no, it's not because we didn't play Overflow for... Yeah.
No, not quite. Unfortunately, but not quite free. But yeah, let's play
Fungal Fortunes.
Yeah.
Innervate.
And just Force Aid.
Force Aid.
Aeroponics.
Sadly, we didn't draw another free card.
Yeah.
Hey, there's still 3 in the deck: Bog Beams and Iron Beak.
Yeah.
Bog Beam and Iron Beak.
We could have got Iron Bark, and we could have then played the Solar Forest. Maybe this is turn 5. We just overgrew.
Yeah, that is like the high roll potential of this deck. You're not gonna get this every time, but Jesus Christ, when you do.
But when you get it. And we'll still Force Aid. Not Force Aid, sorry.
Soul of the Forest. And Power of the Wild probably as well, because, you know...
Exactly. Yeah. And then take it easy, because he'll never deal with this board, right? If we draw Savage Roar, I might think about it, but I don't think we do. We'll Force Aid, we'll Power. Actually, do we play a minion? No, we don't.
No.
Just, yeah. Just part of the wild. We can Wrath. Yeah, we can Wrath Maiev. Trade the one guy, go Faith, and just win the game. Thanks to Kael'thas, pretty much. And by the way, he's coming back. Kael'thas is.
I really like that we once again got a really good free legendary. And we thought the same about Vargoth in the beginning, which is still played to this day, mind you.
Yeah.
But I think Kael'thas is even more impactful.
I think so. Seems more versatile. Vargoth is mostly now abused to perpetuate Res Priest Insanity. Unfortunately. It's not played this one, even though he could be.
Oh yeah, I remember some good times with the old Token Druid and Vargoth.
But sort of every minion you put in this deck, you need to have a really good excuse to play it. Like, for example, we don't have Guard, no, either.
I ran for a while the very greedy version of Token Druid, where you run both Keeper Stellatus and Vargoth.
Right.
But it turns out that Stellatus just doesn't pay off most of the time. Vargoth is okay.
The rich boy version.
I just happened to draw both of them. Well, one of them was free.
Alright, Savage Roar. There we go.
And I believe that is lethal, isn't it? The Savage Roar.
That is lethal.
And yes, there's only one Savage Roar because this deck focuses more on consistency than on those sorts of
We try to stick stuff. Yeah. And Savage Roar is also not a card that you like to burn through and cycle through using Kael'thas. So, let's do another one. Alright, Paladin. Paladin is sort of rare.
It's probably pure Libram. It's pretty much the only one I faced.
Let's kick one for it. Let's keep the Glowfly actually, why not?
Yeah. Glowfly is really good because while we can't play that soon, it's gonna be pretty good. And with Fungal Fortunes, we're gonna have a lot of spells in our hand, likely.
For sure. The one thing you don't want to do with the Fungal Fortunes is to sack the Kael'thas, but the chances are very slim that. So most of the time you'll kind of have to take the shot.
I've seen it happen, but even then it's not horrible.
Okay, Anubisath is gone. It's not as bad as Kael'thas, at least. It's unfortunate, but it's not as bad.
Yeah. It's definitely some variety of Librams. Now the question is just, is it pure? Yes or no?
Zero power here.
Face,
we could have Bog Beamed, but I like to keep that for Kael'thas.
Yeah, it's also like... It's a really bad card if you play it for 3 mana.
We could innervate the Glowflies next turn for 5 2/2s.
For 5 2/2s and a 3/5 taunt, I think that's pretty good.
Let's do it. Well, Overconfident Orc is a good card. It's not bad.
Yes. But look at this. That is a turn 4 play.
That's your average turn 4 play.
Honestly, with this deck, it almost is.
Consecration and Resignation. That's why that rhymes.
You had to say it.
I had to say it.
I mean, we're not necessarily losing, it's just not looking great.
Not great.
It looks like a Force of Nature aeroponic sort of a turn.
Yeah, that's the play, which is a good play. It's not awful by any means. We're drawing really quickly, which is something that helps Token Druid a lot. Just being able to draw stuff reliably and fast.
That's what I said when we saw Fungal Force, I believe, is like one of the reasons why Token Druid loses sometimes is just it runs out of stuff.
Yeah.
And more drawing Token Druid is always good for Token Druid at least. Not for our opponents as much, but you know.
Alright, this is not great. This is actually very bad.
Wrath for draw the 2-1, I suppose?
Yeah. It's not looking good, unfortunately, though. We didn't really get what we needed. And Soul doesn't help us.
We could Bog Beam now if we felt like it, but that's also not doing a lot.
Doesn't help.
We could also just hit in there.
Yeah.
And then what? Hero Power pass, I suppose?
Hero Power sit, yeah. That's what we have to do. It's looking very lost here, but we'll have to go for the Kael'thas Miracle again.
I was about to say, if we draw Kael'thas next turn, we can double Bog Beam, kill the 4/6, and then play Overflow. It's not... The thing's like, as long as Kael'thas is in the deck, there's always the high roll
There's
potential.
always a chance, yeah. He's like sort of like Gadget and Auctioneer. Like, he kicks off craziness.
But it's not pure, so at least we don't see random True Silvers showing up out of minions.
Yeah. But Libra of Wisdom, unfortunately, is just incredibly broken once it's free.
Yes. And he's
especially probably our deck is very liable to it. Because we'll just trade off everything and get it back perpetually.
Yeah.
We'll play the Fly Swarm for sure.
I was about to say we have to play the Flies.
We can dump all the free stuff. There's no reason not to. Yeah, kill that, kill the other one. Give the center one taunt, very important.
Yeah, I mean symmetry, right?
Symmetry. Yeah, dude, matters.
I don't think it matters against Paladin. In theory, there is cards where it matters, like Rolling Fireball. But actually, for Rolling Fireball specifically, it makes sense because then it can't kill 4 of them.
Exactly.
That's a very niche thing, of course. You used to have in Kobolds, used to have the wall thing for Hunter.
Yeah, crushing walls. Which, like, the day you learned to finally play around it, it was already rotated out again because it was only there for a year and 4 months.
Yeah, the problem is it wasn't very prevalent. If everyone and their mother was playing it, you would have learned to play around it faster.
Yeah. You played it in Recruit, tangentially.
Yeah, I mean, similar idea with, like, ramming speed and the corresponding weapon, but...
Super Collateral.
That one, exactly. I'm bad with names, if you haven't noticed yet.
Man, warrior cards. I know warrior cards, alright? I've spent more time over the last calendar year playing warrior than a lot of people.
We could just get a board of big taunts.
That's what I'm thinking. Now we have bad trades, unfortunately. We could just play the death rattles.
Yes.
Wait, do we actually need to calculate?
Wait, if you do the death rattles, we can also definitely aeroponics.
Do we need to calculate Savage Roar? Wait a second. So we get 10.
5 times 5 is 25 plus 3 is not enough. Wait, did I say 25 plus 3? That's one off.
It's not quite. Why not just put him under major pressure? Like, play the Death Rattle, and then play Savage Roar.
Yeah. And then we can still play aeroponics.
Yeah. We hit one guy in the hero power. Oh, the hero. Rest goes face.
Oh, then we can't actually aeroponics, but that's fine. Oh wait, I also completely miscalculated, but it's still a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
I was somehow thinking of Bloodlust. I was like calculating 3 per thing instead of 5 times instead of 4 times. But yeah, 9 is not exactly where we want to be. Now he does have 2 Librams on hand, so he has a guaranteed 9 points of damage.
Yeah.
But he needs to still find 7, and we've established it's not pure, so he doesn't have a million True Silvers. And that is any free spell of his choosing. That coin was not necessary.
Oh boy.
At least not for a single spell.
There we go. Wow.
Because he still has one Libram.
A lot of things here.
He probably gets another one because he has another Libram, so he didn't need the coin unless he has a big spell.
Well, he'll has like 4 cheap spells, and now he plays the other Libram.
I mean, this is where having 2 Savage Roars might be beneficial.
Yeah.
But we could potentially still run
Or Blessing
a
of the Ancients, but we have Gift of the Wild, and we have a sticky board that's still not removed. And once all this gets, once all this stuff gets taunt, at least we're sort of safe-ish.
Yeah, I think now we just have to kind of low-key go for the long game. If it comes down to fatigue, we could win that, but that's not exactly where we plan to go with this. That's gonna be tough. Yeah. I guess it's just Gift, huh?
Let's kick one first for the Divine Shield so we get the better resistance, so to speak. Yeah.
Gift.
Kill 2, then we can run to in, we can play our Onyx.
Yes. There's Kael.
Kael'thas is good.
And I guess we put another big taunt, huh? Oh no, we keep that for Kael.
Keep this for Kael'thas. And should face. He did have a lot of health restoration, and that last Libra was was sort of killer. Unfortunately, that was high power.
Yes. If you can do something crazy this turn, we have Kael'thas Ironmark Innervate Overflow as a relatively stable turn to heal us.
Draw some.
And draw like the remainder of our deck, basically, like half of it at least.
Almost.
Which also includes no 0-mana cards, which is unfortunate, but... Oh, his Librams are too expensive, you see. Hey, how about a free Libram of Justice?
That is crushing.
Gotta hit your opponents with a book.
Yeah. We have one shot still. We'll just take it, but it seems lost. We'll try it out though. Let's go.
I mean, I suppose I'll do this first.
Yeah. I mean, we might be able to mill ourselves at least. That's something.
I mean, we can mill ourselves. Yeah, the problem is we can't exactly mill our opponents.
Summon a Panther. And probably another one.
So wait, do we go for maximum self-mill or not?
I mean, what do we do here? Play another Panther? Play Overflow?
Because we could play Fungal Fortunes is the thing.
Oh, Fungal Fortunes, maybe pick up Gift as well then. Let's do it.
It's Force 8 or Gift. Either one works.
It has to be Force 8. Wait, trade first and then Force 8. Trade first. Yeah. That's all we got.
I mean, it's ain't exactly winning either way, I think, but...
Consec is a resignation, unfortunately, but that's how it is.
But even if it isn't Consec, he probably, I was about to say, he probably has an out.
Most things are. So we had that one turn where we just put it all on the table and it didn't work. And he had the Kael'thas saving turn, which was too much. Because he has more value in his deck than us, obviously. So once the big push is on the table, doesn't work out. Yeah, Consec now, it's over. Once the big push is on the table, we have to win with that or we will lose the game. Or Wild Pyro, sure. Anyway you want it. But yeah, didn't work out this time.
Huh.
What's the death roll on the Kael'thas again?
It's just Libra of Wisdom.
Libra, alright.
Well, it's double Libra of Wisdom as an effect, but...
Yeah. So... It seems like it's gonna do it. Yeah, I mean it's over. So we can't provide lethal damage here, unfortunately. But we showed that it can work, like in a way that it kind of can work in the first one. This one, as it's kind of has been with Token Druid forever. Really, you get you're not really a control deck is the problem. So you get usually 1 to 2 shots a game to either win, and if you don't use it, you tend to lose. And we didn't expect him to have the Kael'thas. Odds are he wouldn't have it and wouldn't be able to pull it off. I think like 7 or 8 out of 10 times in that situation we win, because he can't clear the board. But he turned out to have it, and that happens. That's something you have to definitely accept when you're playing this deck. But other than that, I feel like it's doing pretty well, and at least it sticks around in games. I like the fact that it's modified to draw more than previous iterations.
Yeah,
and
I also think that I also like to leave some other thoughts, of course, at the end of these videos of like how you might play this differently a little bit. If you want to go into a little bit more the classic direction, including something like a second Savage Roar, and as Alex mentioned, the Blessing of the Ancient could allow you to potentially push some more damage. We've seen that there were situations where if we had that, we could have still won. Of course, if you do that, you have to sacrifice either some board building, which likely you don't want to sacrifice board building for buffs, because then you don't have anything to buff, or not enough. Or a little bit of sustainability, which is also not great, but that's just a trade-off. Like, either sustainable or aggressive. You can't really build it well for both.
I wonder how necessary the Anubis stats in this one actually are.
It seems like it builds very big boards without them, but the advantage is they do have Taunt. They
have Taunt, but you're aimed to play all your spells that cost more than 5, except for Glowfly for 0 anyway.
Yes, you could drop the Anubis Sats and then include a second Forest's Aid and a second Savage Roar, for example.
Savage Roar.
It's definitely possible.
It's a consideration. Something you should experiment with if you decide to pick up this deck. But if you do that, let us know about how it works for you, what modifications you made to it, and if they were successful. Now, we'd be very interested in hearing from your experiences about that. So leave us in the comments what you think. And you can also contact us personally and just discuss this a little bit in our Discord server. Link to that's in the description. It's completely open and free for everyone to join who wants to hang out with our community. Be cool to have you there, so hopefully we'll see you there soon. Drop a like on the video, and until the next time, JJ.
That's it.
That's it.